Welcome back to Tales from the Vale, where we explore the most chilling stories from history and folklore. Today, we journey back to the age of Vikings, to a world of longships, fierce battles, and powerful magic. Our story is about a Volva, a seeress named Thorbjorg, whose predictions of death were terrifyingly accurate. Thorbjorg wasn't just any fortune teller. She was known throughout the Norse lands as the Little Seeress, a woman who walked the line between the world of the living and the realm of the gods. When famine and plague swept through a settlement in Greenland, the locals turned to her for answers. They prepared a special feast and built a high seat for her, a platform from which she could perform her powerful ritual, the seer. As the ceremony began, Thorbjorg entered a deep trance. The air grew heavy, and a strange, otherworldly chant filled the hall. One by one, the villagers approached her, asking about their future, their health, and their fate. To each, she gave a cryptic but insightful answer. But then, a young man named Thorstein stepped forward. He bravely asked when the famine would end. Thorbjorg's eyes, once distant, snapped into focus on him. A chilling silence fell over the room. She didn't answer his question. Instead, she looked past him, into the unseen, and declared that he would not live to see the spring. She saw his final journey, not on a battlefield, but in his own bed, taken by sickness. The crowd was stunned. Thorstein, though shaken, accepted her prophecy with Viking stoicism. And just as she had foretold, the famine lifted with the spring thaw. But Thorstein, the brave young man who had dared to ask about the future, succumbed to a sudden illness, dying just as the first flowers began to bloom. Thorbjorg's grim prediction had come true, cementing her legend as the witch whose words were as final as fate itself. Her story reminds us that in the Viking world, magic was real, and the veil between life and death was terrifyingly thin. Thanks for joining us on Tales from the Vale. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next journey into the unknown. See you next time.